Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Lutnick, welcome. Yesterday, President Trump paused disbursement of federal grants and loans, including grants that have already been obligated. Some of my colleagues have touched on this already. These include grants from the Department of Commerce. For the second week in a row, President Trump's actions are sowing confusion, uncertainty, and anxiety. When Congress directs federal agencies how to spend taxpayer funds, especially once those funds have been obligated, that funding must be disbursed. That is federal law. This kind of chaos will make America less globally competitive, not more. Other nations are watching and figuring out how to give themselves an advantage while we are dealing with the chaos of poorly executed EOs. The Department of Commerce grants have real impact. For example, the Economic Development Administration recently awarded $51 million to the Illinois Fermentation and Agriculture Biomanufacturing IFAB Tech Hub. We've already discussed tech hubs and how important they are. They are important across the country. This is cutting-edge work that is going to keep America an innovator and global leader in agricultural business and grow good-paying jobs across the Midwest. Mr. Lutnick, if confirmed, will you commit to disbursing all obligated grant funding from the Department of Commerce on time and without delay?
If you add rigorously and making it as efficient as possible, I can say yes.
Okay, thank you. If President Trump directed you to do something illegal or unconstitutional, would you refuse to obey?
He won't.
That's not what I... Would you obey? Would you refuse an unconstitutional or illegal order from President Trump?
I will. The legal department of the Department of Commerce is excellent. I would go and get their advice and guidance, but this won't happen. It just won't happen.
So your answer is not going
That's
to be...
That's a hypothetical. Yes. That won't happen. So I don't...
He's given illegal orders before. He asked the Department of Defense to shoot protesters in the leg.
Well, I don't know that. I don't know that.
We can send you that information. All right. As we discussed when we met last month, good commercial policy is critical for our national security. Supporting small and medium-sized manufacturing, ensuring farmers have access to international markets, developing strong relationships with friendly partners, strengthening supply chains, and fortifying export controls to keep critical materials out of the hands of bad actors. This all helps keep our country safe and our economy strong. I especially enjoyed our conversation about the fact that our economy and that the Department of Commerce is also incredibly important to America's national security on a global scale. And I think we agreed on that, and I enjoyed our conversation on that. Agriculture and manufacturing are critical for Illinois and for the nation as a whole as part of that national strength. They not only generate good-paying jobs for hardworking Americans, but they also advance U.S. innovation in a highly competitive global economy. You've touched on that today, and I've enjoyed your remarks. If confirmed, how will you work to advance America's agricultural and manufacturing industries, both at home and abroad?
I think our farmers and our ranchers and our fishermen are treated with disrespect overseas. Europe, for example, comes up with all these sort of policies that our ranchers can't sell steak. If you saw a European steer and an American steer, it's laughable. The American steers are 3 times the size. The steaks are so much more beautiful, but they make up this nonsensical set of rules so that our ranchers can't sell there, our farmers can't sell there. It's nonsense. They don't like our fertilizer a little bit. We need to change those rules. We need to end the disrespect that our farmers, ranchers, and fishermen have to suffer with. And that's one of the things that I am just really excited about. I am going to help our farmers, ranchers, and fishermen be successful around the world. We are the best. Our farmers are the best. It is clear. And they need to be able to sell their wares around the world, and I need to help end the disrespect that they get elsewhere.
I agree with you that our farmers are a national treasure, and we should give them all the support that they need in order to be successful. When done well, joint ventures with partner nations can boost our economic growth, as well as enhance our national security. If confirmed, what will you do to foster an environment which can encourage joint ventures, especially with partner nations, especially those with whom we have national security agreements like Japan or Korea, that will enhance both our economy and our security?
Our great allies have taken advantage of our good nature. And they, like steel in Japan and appliances in Korea, I mean, they've just taken advantage of us. It's time for them to partner with us and bring that production back home So I think we're going to work closely with our allies to increase their manufacturing productivity at home. And I think your way of thinking about it, saying let's work together to do that and bring it home, I think is really important for us and really important for our workforce.
I'm all for that. Thank you. I'm over time, Mr. Chairman.